evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, not our normal chalking night, but tonight I'm actually going to be inking a project for you, and if we have time I'll do a hat and maybe even something else. So I want to show you how to use Couture ink, and actually I have a project that I planned on doing. One of my little baby cousin is in the Army right now, and I had purchased the military emblems so I could make a shirt, and I was making one. Got a medium-sized green shirt here for his. It says there's mama on here, so I figured we could do an Army mama right here on the chest, which would be easy. And I'm going to do that in the gold, the shimmer gold ink. So I'm going to go ahead and actually get started. I'll touch down a little bit, and once we get going, we'll go ahead and do this hat as well. I'll show you how to do that. See how much time we have to be able to get this started. So share with your friends. Be sure to share, say hello. I love to talk to everybody. I see Debbie just joined. If you watch this later, put replay in the comments so I can say hello, because I like to say hello. So to get started, we of course have to have our transfer in our shirt, but this is a sticky mat that we're going to put inside of our shirt. And this, I like to use this one for shirts because it's nice and thin and I can work with it. But with this particular project, I'm going to cut this in half. It's a small place that I'm inking, and I'll be able to manipulate it in the shirt a little better. It is sticky, so I want to make this as easy as possible. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut this in half to make it easier on me. And I've cut it with the sticky part covered with the little plastic on it, so it'll go back together, just kind of like a transfer. So I'll put this to the side really quick. So here is our shirt, this nice little shirt, and I'm going to tilt you down a little more so you can see what I'm doing. So here is our shirt here, and I'm going to put it, this is the front, so I'm going to kind of put it down like this and open up my sticky mat. Just go ahead and peel off the plastic here, and I can set it inside right where I want to be inking. So here we go. This is the part that's always so fun, is getting the sticky stuff inside the material. But once it gets set up, it's actually really great. It can just be a little tedious. Hey everybody. So let's go ahead and make sure our shirt is not caught up in the back, which it does that. All right. Oh, looks like we've got a little bit of wrinkles we can work out, but that sticky pad is all the way up here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands in the shirt, and I'm going to pull it, try to get all the wrinkles kind of smushed out here. All right. There's something right there. So when you're doing an ink project, just feel around, make sure that there's nothing underneath where your ink is going to go, because you don't want anything bleeding through or messing up your pretty design. Okay, so let me shake it out. I like to shake it out and make sure I'm in the right place. Okay. Looks pretty good. I actually want this to be right kind of on the chest area right here. And we're going to do the Army symbol. So there's the Army symbol, and then there's mama. So we're going to go ahead and take our transfer apart. Now, I can do a lot of other things with this. I can do Army girl, or, we can always add fonts to it. But I like this as wife and mama already, so I wanted to go ahead and do the mama. So let me go ahead and cut my Army symbol off of here. There we go. And I'm just going to cut this one off because this is the one I'm using. And my little piece of transfer kind of picking apart. That's okay. So here's our Army symbol. And then let's go ahead and cut mama off of here. So it's actually quite convenient the way this is laid out. I won't have to cut all of my emblems up unless I need them. Keeps them nice and clean. There we go. And let's just go ahead and put this right back into our transfer bag. And then I'm going to grab my gold shimmer ink out of my drawer. Now there's several colors in the ink, you guys, so many colors. I love, love, love the inks. It takes a little bit more patience. It is permanent. But I'm not doing, as much as I think Cricut is a good product, I'm not having to weed anything or do any of the extra work. I'm basically just painting it right back on to my surface. So we have our shirt right here, and I want that military emblem to be right in the center. I don't have to fuzz because I'm putting it on something fuzzy, and it will come up. So let's go ahead and pull our emblem off. And we're gonna put it right in the center. I'm lining it up with the tag of the shirt. So I'll put that right in the center. And I'm gonna put, well, as soon as I ink this, I'll pull it up and put Mama down the bottom. So let's find, see, I've got a couple. So here's teal and here's meadow green. These are all inks, guys. There's some beautiful red. There's silver. There is shimmer gold. There it is. Isn't it a beauty? Hey Tam, hey Carol. I see Megan, I see Deb. Got a lot of people on tonight. Okay, so here's our ink. Remember, we don't have to, this is not chalk, so I don't have to add water or anything. This is ready to go. So I'm gonna take my mini squeegee, I'm gonna work it right into the same screen I would use on a chalk project. Remember, Chalkatour, these transfers or stencils, whichever word you prefer, they call them transfers. You get 8 to 12 uses out of them. So you can do an ink project, you could do a chalk project, you could do many things with them. So I encourage you guys to look into it. We've only got 7 more days with that special where you can buy 3 and get 1 free from Chalkalogy. You want to go ahead and get it, guys. I'm just letting you know. Once you start doing this, it's so much fun. You're gonna love it. So I don't have to go too fast because it's ink and it's not gonna dry that fast. So I really wanna get nice and covered right through the screen of my transfer. And what you just heard is my Cricut press telling me it is nice and hot because we're gonna have to heat set this. All right, I'm scraping off the extra ink and putting it right back into my ink jar. And I'm just gonna put the lid on it because, you know, I have it. And I'm gonna use my trusty baby wipe like I normally do to get the ink off of my squeegee. Notice I'm not rushing to pull that off because it's ink, it's okay. All right, so shall we see what we have with our ink? See how it looks. So it's really hard to do sometimes to pull these off. Oh, that looks so good. I hope you can see that. Let's see. Whoops. Let's move the shirt bottom. There. Nice little army symbol. Looks great. Okay. You're going to think I'm a little crazy. I am about to go against the grain a little bit. After doing some research on my own and seeing other designers, I actually don't have to wait 24 hours for this to dry as suggested. I know that's crazy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with some heat from the hair dryer. But in order to finish this up, I'm going to have to get rid of my work mat. Yes, if it gets hot, the work mat is self-healing from Chalkalogy. It'll fix itself, but I don't want the hassle of waiting for it to do that. So I'm not worrying about it. Make sure I don't have any chalk on here. You know, I am a messy crafter, guys. I am a messy crafter. Okay, so we have our army symbol right there. I'm taking my hair dryer and we're gonna dry this. So this is ink. This will be permanent, but I have to heat set it to make it permanent. But I wanna finish my design first. Well, I've got a lot of folks coming on tonight. How y'all doing? Say hello. I love to say hello to everybody, guys. If you're new to me, I'd love for you to say hello to me so we can say welcome. So we have this, now this army transfer is a part of the military emblems. And I would use this with chalk and ink, guys. It's gonna wash off with my board eraser just as clean as if I was doing chalk. So if you're on, say hello. I see a bunch of you guys already said hello, but definitely if you're new to me. A little bit of shimmer still coming up. I know you're thinking, are you crazy? Well, yes, but that's actually pretty dry that it's not too bad. Okay, while we're doing that, I'm gonna let this kind of cool off a little bit because my mat underneath is starting to buckle, so it's gonna lay back down flat. Part of dealing with plastics, right? And while that's going, I want to put the mama on there. So I'm going to pull my transfer back off, and I'm just going to line this up where I want it. Just kind of right there. And I got ink on my finger, of course. Told you I'm a messy crafter. Let's get some of this gold shimmer and go to town and get this mama filled in. And you want to make sure the trick with this is you want to, yet with chalk, you know, it seeps through the screen so easily. But with ink, you want to double check yourself and make sure you got every bit of your screen filled in, which is what I'm doing now. Just kind of going back over it, and it's not going to oversaturate. Just kind of working it in there. And I'm going to scrape off the extra because I can see every bit of this is filled in. Put this to the side, and let's cover up our ink so that I don't put ink on anything else because I'm clumsy. Let's pull off the mama. There you go. Army mama. Alrighty. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's give it some heat. Hello, Megan. Hello, Carol. Alright, we're going to give it some heat just to kind of dry it up. I want it to be nice and dry if we can help it. Under the stove, there's parchment paper in there. Will you grab me a sheet of parchment paper? I forgot my parchment paper, you guys. Okay, so the top is pretty dry. The mama's getting there. Kind of crazy, isn't it? All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take my hands. It's not perfectly dry, but I want to get the mat out. So this is the hard part, is trying to get this mat out without... Go ahead. That's parchment paper that you're going to hear in a second, you guys. There you go, Mom. You got it. Just tear it. Just rip it. Rip it. There you go. All right, to heat set this, you need some parchment paper, so I forgot that, so Mom went and grabbed it for me. So I'm taking my sticky mat right out of this shirt. Now this is going to be permanent. This is ink. You don't chalk on fabric, but we do have plenty of banners and fabrics and things. Pillows, you can use those great pillows. I know Debbie's got some that she's got plans for. All right, I'm pulling this mat out. Yeah, she's got the big old octopus. Ooh, this thing is fun. All right, look, it's got some gold on it. I'm gonna put it aside for now. Just set it down here on the floor because I'm classy. All right, so this is what we have so far. Lovely, lovely. I like it. So I'm gonna grab. Here's my trick. I do not have. I hope you didn't see my pants are falling down. I do not have one of those fancy heating mats that are from Cricut. So I use a piece of cardboard. And I have it right here. Perfect. And it's just a box that I took apart. I'm gonna pull this piece apart as well. So you just take a nice little cardboard box, fold it, give it some padding. And why do we do that? We don't want to damage our surface. We don't want to have any bleed through because we're heat setting this, and it might have some parts that are still a little damp. So I'm just putting it in my shirt, and I'm going to shake out the wrinkles in the back. And what we do is we take our parchment paper and put it on our design. Now, I have, hey Deborah, hey Taisha, I have a Cricut heat press, and I'm going to show you that right now. There it is. This is the Cricut heat press. You can do this with an iron. There's directions on YouTube, and I can actually send them to you if you want to do ink with Chalkalogy. It's very easy, but you do need some parchment paper, and I do recommend putting a piece of cardboard or maybe even a heating mat or something in between your fabric if you have a shirt or something so you don't have bleed through. Okay, so I'm putting my parchment paper down, and I have this Cricut heat press, and it's starting to roll. And what I'm going to do is this Cricut has been set to 300. Let me get my temperature right. Well, Wakey, wakey. There we go. It's 305 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to go for 90 seconds. So we're going to kind of just rub this like an iron over our design for 90 seconds. It's going to beep. And then I'm going to flip it inside out, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side to heat set it. And how you know it's been heat set completely is that it's going to be flat. It's not going to look like it's been inked on. It's going to look like it's a part of the shirt. So it is reheating itself. Almost there. You're going to hear a beeping in a minute. There it is. So here's, if you have the Cricut press, this is what we do. So it's at 305 at 90. I want to take it, put it on my design, and hit the little Cricut button. And then we're just going to kind of go for it. We're going to work our arm out here. Heat setting. Now once I do this, it can be washed and worn over and over again. And that took us how long? Not too bad. And I'll be able to wash my transfer there and reuse it on another design, maybe another shirt, maybe another chalk design. Not bad. I can do more than that with these designs. I don't know if you remember, if you've been on my page for a while, I did some huge chalk couture shirts for myself and my sister and some friends of mine that are a lot of fun. But I'm going to make myself a hat because I don't know, with me going through treatment, hey, I might need a hat soon. I don't know. Everything's still here. But I wanted to go ahead and make me a cute little hat, which will be new for me. It'll be an experiment. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to heat set that bad boy, but we'll give it a shot, especially with there being plastic in here. I'm thinking I'm going to have to reduce my heat some so I won't melt the brim of the hat. Or I can grab maybe a little handheld iron would be a better choice for that particular project. It'll be fun. It's a nice little experiment, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, we'll heat set our shirt so it'll be ready for my cousin's mom. And we're done on that side. So when my cousin graduates from boot camp, she'll have this to wear. All right, let's take a, oh, yes, yes, that's what's up. No ink, guys, no ink. No ink. I love it when it works out. Okay, and so I don't know if you can see, let me turn it around before I turn it inside out. So, looking pretty good. So right now I'm actually, and you probably can't see it, there's a little bit of gold that is bled through on this when we were heat setting it. That's why we use our cardboard or something in between. So I'm reversing it, and I'm going to show you if you can see the ink has bled through some. Always make sure you have your inking mat, and when you're heat setting, you've got something in the middle, like a cardboard. So here we go. We're going to straighten this out. I want to make sure the other side is nice and straight, so I don't want to put any big old wrinkles in. And I'm going to use the same piece of parchment, and I'm just going to put it down on our design on the other side. And we're going to do this one more time. Push the little C for Cricut, and we're just going to go to town. 90 seconds of heat setting our shirt. Now you could do ink on other things too, and I think we'll have time. I'll be able to show you. I might not heat set the hat tonight, but I might be able to show you how to do a coffee mug and talk to you about that. So while I'm waiting, coffee mugs can be inked on too. But the thing about ceramics is you have to be careful in what you're using. You got to make sure the ceramic you're using hasn't been already fired up and sealed with a certain chemical on it, because you have to set it in your oven for heat setting. So I recommend getting actual project mugs, things from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, that do not have those chemicals on it. And your kids can actually make mugs of their own, or plates or anything. So you heat set those after they dry, at least 24 to 48 hours after, where it's not tacky. And you put it in the oven, I believe it's at 350, I have to look it up, and heat set it. And this is pretty cool. But if you're gonna go that route, guys, don't just pick up anything out of the store. There's chemicals on that. If those chemicals escape in your oven when you're heat setting, it can actually be toxic to your family. So I wouldn't go that route on that. Just get the craft stuff like this. This is a craft mug. And while I'm doing that, so you can see it's from Art Minds. It was from Michael's, and my timer's done. So that's what this is. And it's got little paints in it as well, but I'm not going to use the paints. All right, our shirt is done. It's done, it's done. Let me move my cardboard out the way. See, look how sweaty that is. Wow, huh? If I keep doing more shirts, I'll invest in one of those mats that doesn't get damaged and it's from Cricut, but I don't want to give them any more money if I can help it. There we go. Army Mom. Not me, but her. Pretty good, huh? And this is ready to wash and wear because it's all sealed. Everything's done. All set. So that project is complete. All right, let's get adventurous here. So I have this hat that I got. It's from Michael's. It's a regular ball cap. And I am going to, while I'm sitting here, I'm going to call out to a trusty assistant that's watching to see if she'll come get my transfers for me. Because that's the perk of being here. All right, I'm cutting off this tab while we're waiting. And this has cardboard on the inside. So since I'm inking on it, I might just go ahead and keep that in there. So we're not going to be able to really use our inking mat because that's for a flat surface. So this is going to be quite an adventure. So I'm going to leave this cardboard piece inside behind the brim of the hat so I can work with it. And I want to do, let's see here, cute but crazy is what I want to do.
It was delayed.
Hello, assistant.
Hi.
Will you take this, please?
I will.
Thank you. We're going to do cute but crazy because that absolutely fits me. So we're going to put cute but and then put crazy on the brim. So I think I want to do that in this awesome silver shimmer. And it looks like I got ink on my transfer backs, and I did because I told you I'm a sloppy crafter. I am a mess, guys. I am a mess. And that's okay. I'm allowed to be a mess. I'm going to chalk it up to chemo brain. Nobody. It's not what?
It's not fun unless it's messy.
It's not fun unless it's messy, Megan says. I agree with that. Hashtag facts. Okay, we're going to get our little transfer. This is an A-size transfer. I love it. It is adorable. It's perfect. And actually, I've got this for classes. But, of course, we can't have classes right now, right? So I'm going to use it. All right, so I'm going to take my hat. I've got that cardboard in there, and I'm going to take my transfer off. Remember, we don't have to fuzz, but you want to make sure you're not stretching your transfer. So I'm going to work what's left of my fingernails. Gotta love chemo. I used to have beautiful fingernails until cancer. All right, so let's pull this off. I'm going to put the back over here. And I'm going to take my transfer and just kind of put it right on the brim of my hat. I think I want it to be like right, maybe down a little bit. This is going to be tough. I might have to do this word by word, guys. So I think I'm going to put cute on here. Go for cute, and then I'll push it that way. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. What do you think? Got a pretty decent crowd on there tonight.
May I have a drawing cloth, please?
Oh, yes. Yes, I will permit you to have a fuzzy cloth.
Thank you.
I'll give you 2. Gift that keeps on giving. All right, so I'm taking my fingernail because this is kind of a soft surface. So I just want to get in there and get the cute. That's what I'm trying to work on right now. I'm trying to get that C all the way down on the material so nothing is sticking up. And it's tough because see how this is made. And I'm doing this on a kind of a weird surface. So I told you, just experiment. Okay, because of this, I'm going to use, I'm going to use my tool to go into my lettering. Actually, I'm going to probably kind of get in there really good, make sure the whole thing is down. And if it's not and it looks a little different, that's okay too. And you know, the other thing is I could wear this without heat setting it, but the thing is, if I get caught in the rain, it's gonna run down my head. That's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna have to heat set it to make it permanent. So we're gonna take our silver shimmer. I think that'll pop and be really nice against this black hat. And it is moving as I'm doing that. So this is like, told you, experiment. Gotta love it. Okay, so let me go ahead and go up this way. And you're just trying to get your ink into the screen. That's the goal. Let me see, we're working it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think I'm off camera. There we go. All right. Maybe if I hold the brim a little bit, that'll help. Kinda. Okay, so the thing with this is just gotta make sure you have plenty of ink right in the screen part. And we'll have to scrape it off for sure because we're gonna have to move it around and ink the rest, right? Because it's a funky surface, but if it was flat, that would be terrible. That would say a lot about my head. I don't want to have a flat head. So it's nice that it's nice and curvy like a normal person. All right, I'm working my way into the cute. I think if I make a hat like this is my thought process, that if I make a hat like this, it won't get stolen by the children. It might though. Depends on the mood, I guess. I love that you guys are logging in tonight. It's almost curfew in Camden County. Yep, we got a curfew, guys. And we like can't sit in restaurants now. It's crazy. I wasn't anyway. I'm in total quarantine at this point. Except for going to treatment, I can't go anywhere. So I was chalking earlier. I had a custom order that was awesome, but I can't show you because some of it's a surprise. But once the surprise is revealed, then I'm totally going to show you because it turned out fantastic. I can't even tell you what it was. It stinks. I love surprises, but dang it. Don't give me the surprise. No, it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I could help them out. That's what I did today. That, and we are starting seeds for a garden, because you never know. I'm being funny. No, we're actually going to try to grow something. I don't know if it's going to work out though. I might just have to stick to chalking and inking. Alright, almost done with this part. Yay! Alright, we get this E done. And I'm going to take a look. I hope you can see. But I'm going to take a look and make sure I got in there nice and clean. I'm going to clean off the extra because I'm going to have to move this to the other part of the hat. I'm going to have to go over some. Alright, I guess I'm going to have a couple wipes. Alright, it's on there. Shall we reveal and see? I could do the crazy, but it's a little bubbled up. Oh my goodness, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. This experiment maybe have failed. It's a win, at least so far. Hey Kathy, hey Vanessa. So far, cute. I could stop there. That would be appropriate if I stopped there. But why would I do that? I want the book crazy. Might as well come with a warning label. Alright. So, I am looking for... I'll use the parchment. I'm actually going to take this parchment, maybe. Yeah. I'm going to take this parchment and my wipe here. And I'm just going to wipe off the extra ink so I can do the other side. I'm just going to do like this. It's not much, but I don't want it to be all over the place. I don't want to mess up my design. I just want to kind of clean off my transfer that's going to be moved. And then it does have some ink on the other side. So I'm gonna flip it over and take my another wipe. I'm just gonna wipe the other side. So that's a mid-project trick. Now it is shimmer. It's probably gonna be glittery other places, but I just don't want like a whole letter to show up over there. That would be bad. All right, so there we go. It's been wiped off, so it looks better. All right, here we go. We're gonna put the butt on there. Well, maybe I should blast it with some heat first. Shall we do that? Let's do that. That's a great idea. Blast it with a little heat. We got that cardboard in there, so it should be fine. So we're just gonna give it some heat. And go ahead and start the drying process. Plastic in it. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out for me. It's going to be an interesting thing. I might just melt that broom when I heat set it. Ooh, that'd be terrible and funny at the same time. That's okay. This hat wasn't that expensive. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, that's pretty good. It's not completely dry. It's not too tacky either. All right, so let's get the butt on there. Put the butt on the hat. So we're gonna kind of have to turn this in just a second, I think. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Cute butt. If I had another tea, I could leave it that way. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure that our letters are nice and down, because this transfer is kind of sticking up a little bit, so I want to make sure I'll be able to get a full design here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and fill this in with our shimmer paste. Now I could change colors if I wanted to. I'm just going to keep it simple because this is one of those experimental projects. I don't want to make it too complicated. And if I work it out, then maybe I'll do another one that's a little more, I don't know, detailed. All right, so let's go ahead and fill this in. I love it. Oh, don't want to get too far, but I want to fill in the rest of the bee. And I'm going to scrape off my excess. Yes, Grumpy, I hear you. That's the Cricut heat press. It's barking at me saying, I'm too hot, I'm too hot. All right. So we have butt. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. Yay! Looks great. I'm gonna put this aside really quick. We'll blast with some heat on our hats. And then we'll do crazy right here. Not exactly sure how we'll heat set that. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Probably a hand-held iron is best. Or I could try it with the Cricut press and see what happens. Nah, they want me to see what happens. I know it. I don't want anybody to watch this because they didn't want to see the disaster. And let's be honest, I'd want to watch for that too. Alright. Alright. Actually, it's pretty good. Time for the brim. I think I'm gonna hold it in my hand this time because why not? Get a little bit of this off. The ink is right through the back. I don't know if you can see that. See that ink? Yeah, buddy. It's what it does when it's off. But it'll wash right off just like your chalk paste. No big deal. But it will, you can see there, it will, if you move it around and you don't clean it up, it can mess up your project. You gotta be careful. Not like chalk paste. It's not like I can just erase it, so. Got quite a few people on tonight. Maybe I should be doing Wednesdays more often, guys. What do you think? Awesome. Okay. That's better. Alright, so I'm going to actually give this a little bit of a dry this way on low. So it's not making anything wet. It's a little damp. That's better. Alright, let's put the crazy on the brim. I think I want to go off a little bit of the brim. So I'm going to put it like that. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to let that sit. So crazy is kind of going all the way off the brim there, which I'm loving. I like to be a little unique. I'm going to use this mini squeegee to get the crazy on there, and my C is coming up. Look at that. I have to fix that. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works out. I'm sure people ink hats. I've just not seen it very often, so, and I've obviously never tried it until now with you, because why not? All right, here we go. Get the rest of our word. I hope you guys can see that good. All right, that's the brim there. Went right off the side. Make sure that's nice and inked. I want to make sure that if somebody looks at this part of the hat, they see crazy, nice and clear. Because it runs deep in this clan. Clan that I'm proudly a part of. Alright. There we go. I'm going to get my extra ink off of here. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what we have. Alright, had a little bit of seepage on the crazy, but it kind of looks cool. Not too bad. Hey, that was a cool experiment. I guess my R was bubbled up a little bit. Hey, trusty assistant, will you rip me off a new piece of parchment? Like a small one, please? Alright, let me clean off my squeegees real quick while we're getting ready to heat set this bad boy. And we'll see what happens. If it starts smelling like burning plastic, that means that I messed it up. And you'll hear it because the girls will go, ooh. Alright. So, what we're going to do, this is not, oh yeah. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to put a little bit of heat on it, on the brim here. I want to do the top of the hat first. It's the most dry. So, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the temperature and take it down to 295. It's heating itself back up. And I took it down because this is a strange surface and there's that piece of plastic there. It's probably going to absolutely be interesting. But sometimes you gotta, and if it doesn't feel like it's heat set, I'll put it on there for a little bit longer. But like I said, when you heat set, it flattens down. So it doesn't feel like it's, you know, right now when you put your hand over it, it feels like it's on top of the fabric. When you heat set it, it feels like it's in the fabric. So it doesn't actually feel like it's inked on top. I don't, that's hard to explain, but that's how kind of the way it is. All right, work this out. I'm going to open up my hat, and we're going to somehow, I think I'm going to have to hold it and go like this on the top. So, and I got some ink on from my finger up here. This is a good time for this to happen because I'm going to have to show you how this works. It doesn't come all the way off, but you can do this and get most of it off when it comes to ink. You just have to work fast. If it gets on your fabric, you need to go ahead and get it. But it doesn't come all the way off, but the shimmers will still have glitter, but it'll work. trust me for making mistakes. Alright, so here's our parchment right there. This is going to be difficult. I might just actually put my parchment like this. So I'm going to take my press, I'm just going to use the end here and hit my Cricut button. And I'm going to go to town. I'm a little nervous. I'm holding it up though, so it's not completely crushing my design. And we'll see if this actually works. If not, hey, it was a nice experiment. And I can tell that it's not getting the whole thing. So I'm going to move around like this. This is fun. Okay, there we go. Kind of holding it up a little bit. Try not to burn myself, but hold it up. I kind of need something to put hats in to do this, right?
The thing you get from the dryer, probably.
Thing you get from the dryer.
The thing you buy to put hats in the dryer with, so
Oh,
they
there's
don't
a-
shrink.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thing.
Yes.
There's a thing where you put hats in the dryer? I didn't know that. See, I don't wear hats very often unless I'm in
So
Keno.
they don't shrink.
So they don't shrink.
It holds their shape.
Interesting. I didn't know that. See, I'm such a hat person. All right, it's at 10 seconds, so it's okay. Let's see. It kind of crushed. Oh, got it on my finger. The crazy is looking smudgy. All right. Well, actually, kind of. I think it worked.
I don't know that you really put it in the dryer. It holds their shape after you wash them. So you put it on there after you wash them, you can air dry. I don't know that you put it in the dryer. I just know about the thing. I've never washed them though, because I don't wear hats either.
I don't wear hats unless I'm in Keno.
But there is a thing that holds
Okay,
their
my
shape.
cardboard came out of the brim, or the hat, so I'm gonna push it back in. Okay, it does feel like this heat set. Yay! Okay. That was scary. You gotta keep doing it though. Okay, next thing. Gonna get the butt. Here we go. We're on 295, 90 seconds. Let's go. We're making it work, people. We're making it work. And I'm just rubbing that, holding it up so that it doesn't go completely flat. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm moving it around. I tell you, you can get a workout. My arm feels fabulous right now. These are so much fun, aren't they? These little experiments. Woohoo! All right, let's see. And we got a whole minute. Oh my Lord. I am out of shape. In case you're wondering, I am so out of shape. All right. And about halfway through that minute. Yay, heat sets. This is tough. My arm is killing me. It's funny though. I love having these experiments with you guys so we can all laugh together. 20 seconds. I feel like I'm in a trainer. I feel like I'm be training with Oscar Costa. Oh gosh, 10 seconds left. That's fine. All right. Woo. Okay, let's see. Pretty good, guys. That worked. Ooh, it beeped at me. All right, so I noticed that this is still kind of wet when I was holding it, so I'm gonna add some more heat. Woo, man. I need to stretch before I do this. Oh my goodness. I'm out of shape. That's what happens. I tried to use a shovel today for gardening. Didn't make it far. I realized that I am very limited. And in my mind, I think I can do all these things. No. It's the joy of being in treatment. But it was quite funny. It was like standing on the shovel and It's not moving. Fall it over. Yeah. That is not my life, I promise you. I'm not about that life. Okay.
And now it's Megan.
It's Megan's life. It's Megan's life now. Alright, that's still a little tacky, but it's okay. Alright. Here it is. The part that could melt and smell. Lord, I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. When you start hearing little girls complaining, it's gone bad. Okay. Here we go. Heat press is on. I might have a flat rim hat by the time this is done, which is fine. Yep. We might have to divide this up. Yeah, I'll pick it up, let it cool off a second. Okay, so far it doesn't stink. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous. No stinking. This is awesome. Okay, I'll pick it up. Let's put it back in. I'm doing that so that it maybe will retain its shape a little bit. Oh my goodness. Now I haven't heat set the inside of the hat because that's possible. That's okay. It's just a hat. I'm not going to be washing it over and over again like the t-shirt. Well, that's not my t-shirt, but you know. I like making shirts. They're fun. I like making... I enjoy doing the ink on ceramic, but it's very time consuming, but I like to do it. It's fun. I have some time. I could do it. Well, not really. I'll have more time probably next week than I do this week, actually, to be truthful. We did it. Now, it's, ooh, hot. Ooh, it's hot. Yep, it smells like burning plastic too. But, it's there. Actually, it looks really cool. Cute but crazy. I'm afraid to put it on because it's still very hot. Alright, so I'm going to take that out. So, is it cooled off yet? Here, we'll do this. Let's make sure it cools off. We've had a great time today. I gotta be honest. We have. I mean, laughing at my expense quite a bit. But it's one of those days when you're a chemo patient, you have days when you're just like, wow, I'm extra smart today. This is one of those days. Alright, that's cooled off. So let's see. Put on, oh, my head's kind of big. Let me adjust this. Alright, here we go. See how it does. Cute but crazy. It fits. Oh, it's a little big. I can tighten it up. But it works. Hey, if the rest of my hair falls out, now I've got another hat that I can add to my collection. And I made it myself. You could do that with Couture ink. It's really not that expensive at all. And you can use your transfers that you can get buy 3, get 1 free through my Chalk site right now until the end of March. So you can make stuff like this. You can make stuff like this. You could make things like our transfers that, you know, if you want to put something like this beautiful floral, which I'm going to do one of these days and put chalking as my cardio in the middle. This is a floral mask. So you would actually chalk or ink this down in your material and let it dry for a little bit and then put the chalking as my cardio or whatever the same size transfer you used here in the middle. And you have a framed, beautiful design that will last, that will be permanent once you heat set it and wash. So it's very cool. So obviously I had a great time. I'm sure you had a great time watching me be silly. So if I have time tomorrow, which I'm sure I will, I'll probably go live again and do something else because I have a few other things up my sleeve. But for now, I've had a great time. I hope you did too. Check back with me maybe tomorrow. If not, I will say this, definitely not Friday because I do have treatment on Friday. But if not, we'll see each other again for sure Monday nights at 8 o'clock. That's our set time to do things. And this Monday, we have a very special guest. Sunday is Megan's birthday, so Monday is her chalk day. So she's going to join us and show us a few things that she's been working on. And Megan's a pretty decent, she could be a designer, she could rock it. So we're going to do some fun things on Monday. So mark your calendar for that. If you miss it, catch it later. Put replay in the comments. If you watch this later, put replay so I can say hello to you. Be sure to like and share this on your page. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you had a great time. Obviously, we did too. So I'll see you next time. Until then, have a great rest of the night. Bye.